Hello everybody, it's been a while since I posted a video. I'm going to make jalapeno poppers tonight. I've got some pecan smoked bacon right here. I got 12 jalapenos, cream cheese. It's important that you warm it up so it's a bit more malleable. I've got some green onions. I've got some New York extra sharp cheddar cheese. A few tools here. This one in particular is a jalapeno core I picked up on Amazon. I'll show you how to use it here in a little bit. This right here, it's kind of rigged on my own. I could not find a jalapeno popper stand at the grocery store, so I made my own. You can get any 12-inch aluminum little pan, those disposable ones, and you can make up to 12 holes in them, so you can hold 12 jalapenos. So let me go ahead and get started. And I'm going to season the cream cheese, put cheese on it, and then I'm going to chop the onions, and then I'll get back to the jalapenos, and I'll get back with you in just a little bit. Okay, this is what I've done so far. I've thrown some cheddar cheese on top of the cream cheese. I minced some green onions, as you see that I had. I use the green ends, and I did leave these because I'm going to experiment and stick them at the end of the jalapenos. I'm also using some onion salt and some garlic powder. And let's see how this turns out. Okay, so I've mixed up my cream cheese along with the green onions, some onion salt, some garlic powder, and my New York extra sharp cheddar cheese. You want to get it all mixed up well. I used just a regular fork to do this. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put it in a bag, and I'll show you what to do with it. Okay, as you see here, it is now inside a Ziploc bag. And make sure that it's more towards the bottom. Leave a little room back down there so you can cut the tip. Let me go ahead and cut the tip. All right, it took me a minute to find the scissors, but what I'm going to do here is cut the tip in a very small area. Right here, let me see. There we go. Hope I caught that on video. If I didn't, well, just take some scissors and cut the tip. Very small amount. Okay, so here's this tool that we're going to use. I've already done it on a couple of jalapenos. You want to stab it on top, just gently, right around the stem. Okay, and you turn it. You turn it just gently, and you want to make sure that you scrape all of the walls of the jalapeno. You don't want to have any of that rind left over in there. This one's giving me a little bit of trouble. Oh, there it goes. But scrape it deep down in there. Hold the jalapeno stem, and then just pull it out. See, all of it, everything just comes out. You dump down the trash. Shake the jalapeno and the stems out, and if there's anything left over, just go back in there and shake it out. You're going to want to rinse them afterwards. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and set this one down. Okay, so I have finished coring all my jalapenos. It took just a few minutes with this neat little tool. You can get it on Amazon once again for about $13 or so. It's coming in very handy. Make sure that you're turning it inside the jalapeno. Don't make this mistake of getting tiny jalapenos, because this is what happens. Try to get the extra big jalapenos, because the tool is pretty big. See how it comes out so much better? So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to stuff them with a cream cheese concoction that I made. I'm going to, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Let's see. See how easy it just goes in? Make sure you do it pretty slow. Okay. You don't need to put a lot in there, because you're also going to add, well, you can put as much as you want in there, but what I'm doing is I'm putting an onion in here also. So I'm actually I'm going to put a little bit more in there, as much as I can. There you go. See, now I'm going to wrap it with the bacon. So I went ahead and wrapped the jalapeno. What I did is I started from the top and rolled it around all the way down. And if you make this neat little concoction tool, whatever thing I made, the jalapeno popper stand, or if you buy one, which is even better, you don't need to put toothpicks on them because the bacon's just going to stay. So now this is ready. So the next step, I'm going to finish all of these right here. Then I'm going to bake them, and we'll get back to you when they're fully done. Okay, so we've got the jalapeno poppers already wrapped up. It looks a little bit messy just because I don't have an actual jalapeno popper stand. But what we're also doing is we set the oven to 350 degrees. Now, here's the tricky part. Depending on how thick your bacon is, how thick your jalapenos are, how fast you want them to cook, is how you set the heat. I recommend 300 degrees and baking them for a good maybe 20-25 minutes. But since it's late at night and we're a little bit of a hurry and we've got to work tomorrow, we set it at 350, and we're just going to watch them and make sure that they don't get burnt or too crisp, but we like them crispy. And that's another thing. How crispy do you want your bacon, and how soft do you want the jalapeno? It depends on how you control the heat. Now, we're still waiting for the oven to get warm. So it's going to be just a few minutes, and I'll put the jalapenos in there, and we'll see how they come out. Okay, jalapenos are now in the oven. So we're just waiting for them. I'm going to give them about 20 minutes or so just to see how they're doing, and I'll come back and check on them. It's been 20 minutes and we're going to check on them right now. They're still not done. They got just a little bit longer, so we're going to add another 10 minutes to them. As I said, it takes a little while longer if you do it on a lower temperature, which is fine because it's going to come out nice and crispy. Right, so it actually took a little longer than we originally thought. It was actually an hour and 45 minutes because we kept the temperature low, but as you see, they're nice and crispy. The cheese boiled over a little bit, or a lot of it in some places, but it's looking good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them rest so the cheese has an opportunity to just make itself not liquid anymore. So look at this. Look how beautiful these are. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to be posting the recipe on the bottom in the description, so you can take a look and see, maybe make your own, and go ahead and feel free and give me some suggestions. In the next shot, I'm going to cut one open and see what it looks like on the inside. Look at that. Look how beautiful these are. Right, Amelia? Are these beautiful? Yes? There you go. See? She's giving it one finger up, or 4 fingers up. Yes, there you go. So we're going to pick a jalapeno to cut in half. Let's see, some of these. Let's see, which one should we pick? Probably, maybe this one. No, let's try this one right here. Oh, yeah, there you go. So this one right here, I'll get a couple of them right here. Let me grab another one. Probably this one right here, just so we can cut a couple of them. So we're going to cut a couple of them right here. See what they look like on the inside. They're still pretty hot. We let them rest for a little while. Okay. Okay. If you look at that, look at that. Melted cheese inside. Looks so good. Oh, this one cut in perfectly. Look at that. Probably needed a little bit more cooling down, but there you go. So it took about an hour and a half or so to cook them, just because we did them at really low heat. You can do it at a higher temperature if you like, 400 degrees, and it takes a little bit less. We just like their bacon really crispy. So these need to be cooled down a little bit longer, and this is what they look like. See the crispiness? Well, these are just beautiful. So I'm gonna post, like I said, I'm gonna post a recipe in the comments, or before the comments, in the description rather. And if you have any questions, post questions in the comments. And if you have any recipes of your own, please let me know. The next time I make them, I'm probably going to put shrimp in them, or crab, or a combination of the two. Who knows? You can put just about anything you want in these. But these look absolutely delicious. Have a good night, everybody.